Not even that. Now we are. I saw a picture of Ty Dolla $ign in the studio with Kid Cudi working on some music. So I'd be interested to see what comes out of that shit.
Cutter and Ty Dolla $ign. That is an interesting that's an interesting combination that I really do want to see. Really,
I do too, and hopefully, like Ty Dolla $ign can fucking do the singing because Kid Cudi can't sing for shit.
He can hum the fuck.
He can hum.
He can hum his ass off. Fucking Kid Cudi humming. I'll fall asleep to that shit. Like that's.
You know what I've always wanted to hear?
What?
I want a Kid Cudi instrumental album. No rapping, no singing.
Oh man, that would be sick.
All instrumental. He can produce like a motherfucker.
I'd be 100% down for a Kid Cudi instrumental album.
Or even like if he just started like I think he needs to get in his producing game, like just like producing
between him,
people.
Plain Pat, and fucking what's the other guy? Fucking Janae Aiko's ex-husband.
Plain Pat and Emil?
No, Plain Pat. Fuck, Dr. Genius.
Oh really? That Janae Aiko was dating Big Sean. What are you talking about?
They were married. Her and fucking they have a kid together, bro.
Oh really? Oh
yeah.
I think they're divorced though.
They're divorced now.
Oh, yeah.
I think low key they were probably. I don't want to burn any bridges, man. So I'm
pretty sure she's with Big Sean still.
I know she's with Big Sean still, but like they were actually hanging out, I guess, while they were married.
She's like the sexiest woman alive, bro. I'm so into her.
You know, I was thinking that, and then I saw fucking.
It's her whole vibe.
You know, I'm a Jessie Reyes fan right now.
Yeah,
so.
you've been loving on her.
I fucking love Jessie Reyes. That was a goddamn lie, and you know it. That's a goddamn lie. Now shut the fuck up. That's a lie.
No, she does. She looks older than that, but she's still like she seems like a kid to me. I don't know.
She's like my age.
I'm sure she is.
She's exactly my age, actually. Shout out to Jessie Reyes. Anyway,
I think it's like Janae Aiko is like her whole vibe. Like she's got that like real chill. Like her voice is so sexy too. Yep, I like her.
Agreed. Agreed. I have nothing to add to that one. Anyway, I couldn't agree more. All right.
That beer was good. I wish we had more of that.
Yeah, we got one more.
Oh, sweet. Split that one, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, I'm cool on it. Only one on New England. New England's are fucking heavy, man. I'm trying to fucking cut and shit, so.
Well, I'm on vacation, so I don't give a shit. I'll have a couple beers, and then we're going to go celebrate my pops later on, man. Have a little
guys,
celebration at my grandma's house.
Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
so, guys, you can follow me a little bit later. I'm actually getting my first tattoo today. So,
dude, I did the pour right.
Fuck yeah!
Wow. That's the first time. I always never get any of that head on there.
Fuck yeah. You want all the head you can get.
It's funny. I was talking to my dad on the way down to the show on Wednesday, and he's like, it's funny. He's like, I'm actually learning shit from your podcast. I'm like, ooh. He told me he's on the first episode still. And I'm like, oh boy, they get a little bit more graphic as we go. There's a lot more cursing after the first episode.
Yeah, we swear a lot. Like, this should be on like Shade 4-5 the amount we fucking swear.
Well, you know what?
Or swear net.
In all reality, everybody knows that I curse like this in real life. Like, who am I really hiding it from?
I mean, everybody knows I curse.
I'm 31 years old. I'm really not like concerned about like my family hearing that I say the
like minus like my dad, who I never swear around. Everybody knows I curse all the time too, and then he just listened to my album, so shit. So
actually, one time I read that people that curse a lot are more intellectual thinkers.
It's true. If you really think about it, we got all this shit. We got all this shit.
You know what
right now.
Yeah, we're going
swag. Yeah. Fuck it.
Do you want to get into Carter 5 a little bit? Or you got anything else you want to talk about first?
Hold up.
End with Carter 5?
Hold up. Let me stretch real quick before we get into Carter 5.
I had a change of opinion on it too. There was a song that I hated at first, and I listened to it again, and I kind of liked it. And that's the Triple X song.
I guess. Don't cry.
It's still a little too emo for me.
Because I love you. Okay, let's get into Carter 5.
It's a little too emo for me.
But. So here's why I like that song. You know that song was put together after he was dead, right?
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, so that song was put together after he was dead. Like the engineer actually went back in, and I guess he took a snippet of like some old XSX like throwaway song or whatever, and fucking put that on there.
But was it intended for Lil Wayne?
No.
Had
no intention for Lil Wayne.
I like that though.
No,
I don't like. All right, I'm not.
I feel
like because I don't think it's right to put someone's music on your shit when they're not alive to like be even into. Like, what if they didn't even fucking like him? Like, well, of course they like Lil. Of course he likes Lil Wayne.
But I mean,
saying, like,
I'm pretty sure
like
he would
Drake
be fucking stoked to be on Lil Wayne album.
Yeah, but like how Drake threw like the Michael Jackson.
Oh my god,
like,
bro!
Do that,
I don't want to fucking talk about that. I was not a fan of that at all.
Me neither.
I was not a fan of that Michael Jackson shit at all.
Sorry,
but that I fucking love that Mona Lisa. Oh man, Mona Lisa's so fucking good.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
That story is absolute fucked up,
Yeah,
but I love that. I love that song.
I love
so
the role
much.
that Kendrick plays in it too, man.
So,
like he goes through like 5 different like vocal, like he changes his style like 5
Kendrick has the best
it's crazy.
vocal range in hip hop
It's
to
nuts,
me.
dude.
Like
when he gets into that, like
Kendrick has a lot of accolades in hip hop. That's one he doesn't really get credit for, but I see Kendrick has the best fucking vocal range in hip hop to me. Like that dude changes octaves like crazy.
Beyond like vocal range, I think it's more like he has just so many different styles. Like he always keeps you interested because every time he puts out a verse or a song, you're like, this is way different than the last shit. Like he has actually another song. Actually, I want to pump the shit out of that because Anderson .Paak is my favorite musician out right now, hands down. And he just dropped his new single yesterday called Tints featuring Kendrick. And like Kendrick like has more of like it's less like of his like deep thought shit and more just like chill vibe songs. I mean, the song's about having tints on your fucking windows of your car.
Right.
So it's like kind of like just a chilling, like cruising song. But
yeah, I only listened to that like right before we left for the show last night, actually. But I
think I've listened to it 15 times already since it came out yesterday. Like I'm so obsessed with Anderson .Paak's music. He's such a breath of fresh air to me, man, because
Anderson .Paak is a fucking beast.
He does everything. He raps, he sings, and like
Anderson .Paak
like
is an absolute juggernaut.
If it makes any sense, he kind of sounds like he's like out of like the 60s and 70s, but still like sounding current. Like it doesn't sound dated. It doesn't sound like he's trying to be from the 60s and 70s, but that's just kind of the vibe he gives off. I don't know. I love his like raspy ass singing voice too. Like it's so good. Looking forward to that album coming out. His band has an album coming out too, the Free Nationals, man, which I'm looking forward to that shit. That's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Anderson .Paak. You can probably hear it playing. I think it's playing on my TV upstairs. I forgot to turn it off. But yeah, so that's a good one. I mean, Kendrick, I can't say enough about how much I love that guy. He's easily my favorite rapper of the last 15 years. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to top him for a while. Cole's like up there with him, but I think still like when you put them together, I still think Kendrick would wash Cole, even though Cole's amazing. I think like head to head because
can we talk about another battle in the brewing right now?
What, Saha Joe Budden?
Yes.
I was not gonna happen
between that and then you got Hobson and Joyner too.
Yeah, but that got deaded already.
Did it really?
Joyner posted on Twitter. He's like, I just got off the phone with Hobson. Everything's good.
What a ham! I was like waiting for that fucking shitstorm to brew. I'm like,
the Joe Budden one's not gonna happen either. Joe Budden went on.
No, Joe Budden's not gonna do shit.
Well, I listened to his podcast yesterday, and he said he's not doing shit. He's like, listen, you rappers, just stop. He goes, literally, just stop. Stop saying my name now that I'm not rapping anymore. He's like, how many times do I gotta tell you, dummies? I'm retired. I'm not rapping anymore. And he's like, so he's like, why? Where was all this smoke when I was I was retired?
Shout out to Remy Ma for calling him out on this bullshit. Anyway, next fucking topic.
But Joe Budden's so goddamn hilarious, man. Like,
Joe Budden is hilarious.
Such a giant fan of their podcast.
Joe Budden is hilarious, and he was talented at one point in his career.
I mean, he's still
talented. Too talented.
He's still
talented. You're right.
If he came out tomorrow with an album, I would fucking be listening to it for the next months and months and months.
Yeah.
His last album was so good.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with that though.
Why he doesn't? Well, he's fucking.
No, I think he. No, yeah, you know. Let me retract.
Let me.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna say that.
He's on like 7 different shows right now.
That's very true.
Joe Budden, got a chance to rap.
Joe Budden is talented. Joe Budden is talented. I'll take that back. I retract that statement. I retract that statement.
He's a great rapper.
Don't come at me, Joe. Don't come at me, Joe.
Shit, if Joe Budden sees this, that'd be amazing, bro. That'd be
hilarious, actually.
Sorry,
man, that'd be interesting.
Pulling apart the thing. I don't want to kill a thing.
Fuck, dude. Do I really want to be on that radar? Do I really want to be?
It was funny. He actually mentioned a comment in his last episode where he's like, I kind of feel like my whole goddamn life is one giant fucking podcast now. He's like, that's all I do. He's like, that's all I do. It's all like people talk to me about it. He's like, I'm on the streets. Everyone's like, oh, what do you think about this shit? He's like, I don't think nothing about it, motherfucker. He's like, I got a podcast to do. I can't be talking about it with you. He's like, save all that. Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of Budden. And then Maul and Rory on there, fucking great co-hosts. I like Rory because Rory plays, like, Rory doesn't feed into Joe's bullshit all the time. Like, he will always play the devil's advocate and, like, and throw even if he doesn't believe it, he'll just, like, offer the other opinion, like, well, I see what you're saying, but they could be thinking this, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's why you give them, like, something to think about, which is dope.
Plus, they all have great inside information on the music industry because they've all, I mean, like, Maul is, like, the brother of the dude that started Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z.
Dame Dash?
Not Dame Dash. I'll look it up. I forget his name offhand, but and then Rory, I think, used to work for like a radio station, not a radio station, a record label, and he was like heavily in like the G Unit era. He was working with like G Unit and stuff. And he's younger than me. He's like 28 years old or some shit.
Oh, Rory?
Yeah.
It's like
Bud and them are like 38.
Yeah, Bud's old as shit. So
yeah. That's why it's another reason I got.
They're not old as shit, but yeah. I mean, like, you know what? I really say that, like, because as a person that fucking lane myself, I don't want to fucking rap past 35. Like, I really don't. I don't want to put out albums like that.
You say that now because you're young. Yes, you're fucking 35, bro. That's 4 years away from me. What are you talking about?
No, it's not.
I'm 31 years old.
From you.
For me, it's 4 years away from me.
Like, yeah, you said from me. I'm like, no, 35 is not 4 years away from me.
Danny
Brown,
Brown
not put me in that 30 category.
Danny Brown's first album came out when he was like 32.
No, it didn't. It came
Yes,
out.
it did.
No, his first major, like Triple X.
That's what I'm saying.
Triple X, like when he first started getting popular, it was like
no, not Triple X. His first album, his debut album.
Oh yeah, the hybrid.
Old came out when he was like 31 or 32 years old.
Old?
Yeah.
Old was before. No, Triple X was
his debut album.
No, Triple X was before Old.
Isn't an album. It's a mixtape.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't know that. All right. I'm gonna say because you got the hybrid and all that shit. You even got the album, like him and Black Milk.
I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, dude, that was
There's the song that my boy Dan always plays called "Detroit's New Dance Party" by Black Milk, and it's like so fucking hype. It's like it doesn't even sound like a hip hop record, really. It's like a kind of more like almost like a club record, like an EDM record, kind of. Fuck, why is this? Kareem is Maul's brother. Where it's like there's 3 co-founders of Rockefeller Records. It was Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Kareem Burke. And Maul is his brother.
Word. Nice.
Maul's funny, man. Like, so they do this thing. Like, have you seen the animated? Like, they do animated clips of the Joe Budden podcast now, where they'll be like describing a situation, and the dude will like draw it out. It makes it so fucking funny. The caricature of Joe Budden is just hilarious looking. His big ass wide head.
I could easily see that being fucking hilarious.
It's super funny, man. I enjoyed it.
Well, shit. Hey, hold on. Hey, quick shout out to Lori Stratton at the Stratton Set List. They actually just did an article on Be Careful, Be Safe. Just got published.
Shit.
Literally just got published just now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
We keep moving on before we even finish shit. So let's get back to the Carter album, because we talked about like 2 songs and then we just moved on. So Don't Cry with Triple X. I didn't like it at first, and now it's kind of growing on me a little bit. It's still a little, I don't know if I am super into like the whiny. I can't say I don't like. I understand why some people like it. I don't know. It's just necessarily not my taste. Like the trippy red Triple X type of deal. I don't know. But so that one was okay. Dedicate was sweet. I love that song. Uproar is that one with Swiss Beats that they got like the dance challenge shit going off now. Let It Fly with Travis Scott was amazing. I like that song a lot. You could totally miss me with that bullshit ass Dark Side of the Moon song with Nicki Minaj singing and shit.
Yeah.
That song was whack as fuck. Mona Lisa was amazing. We talked about that already. I think they get the one the song with Snoop is amazing too.
Oh yeah. The one they flipped that Dre beat?
Yep.
They
flipped the explosive beat.
Yeah, that was actually a really dope song.
Open Safe is super tight, but it sounds like a banger from like. See, this is the one critical thing I could say about this album is some of it sounds a little dated, like it was recorded like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh shit. Sounds like it was recorded like 4 or 5 years ago, and then some of it sounds new. And I think the one problem I have is the sequencing of the album. I think it should be in like a different order. I don't know. It doesn't like
of Carter 5.
Yeah, because like. Especially the one thing
is like like the track list is kind of out of whack.
I think it needs to be rearranged. Like Mona Lisa is so hard and so fire. Like Kendrick and Wayne are both just spazzing out, and then right after that, it's followed by the song called "What About Me?" That's just like so lackluster after hearing that like crazy, nutty rapping. It's like a really soft song, and so I don't know. I think they could have changed up the order of it a little bit. But I mean, all in all, like it's so much better than everyone expected. Everyone was like, I think everyone like put it into that category.
Everybody kind of. Do you think they wrote it off? I'm like, I don't think so, man.
I think people definitely like weren't expecting it to be this good though. Like, it's so weird to me because Wayne in interviews like seems like dumb to me. I don't know if he's just like too leaned out or whatever, but like, and he goes to rap and he doesn't even write stuff down. He just like raps off the top of his head, which is kind of crazy. But I don't know. What are you looking up?
I'm just looking at that interview.
Oh, you're reading your own article while we're recording a fucking podcast? This dude.
It's a weird day for me, okay? I just put out the album.
Man, I'm just kidding. No, he should be. He should be in your head today. His album came out, or recorded a podcast. You know the shit E-Man's doing. Writing for fucking like 3 different goddamn publications.
Yeah.
Got an album out.
Yeah.
We're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this shit to Royce59 every single week until he signs us. I want to be the first podcast signed to Heaven's Entertainment.
Probably get it.
If that's even a thing. I'm gonna.
Oh shit! Can you get a record deal with a podcast?
Fuck yeah! Why not? It's an entertainment label. Joe Budden and them are getting a bag
Royce.
on Spotify.
Royce, do it.
Ashley, hook us up. I'm cordial with Ashley Sorrell. Hook us up, dog. No, I'm just kidding. She's probably fucking still enamored with the fact that she's signed over there.
Probably. I would be too. Hey, be careful, be safe, by the way.
Could you imagine going from like the level like that we're at, where not a whole lot of people know about us yet, and all of a sudden you're on 2 songs on Royce59's fucking album?
That's crazy. That's kind of how fucking Jesse Reyes probably felt.
Yeah, yeah. How Jordan's feeling right now.
That's exactly how Jordan's feeling right now.
Lucky You makes me want to like just like work out or run a marathon or like
I fucking love that beat.
Punch a punching bag.
That instrumental is
so
fucking
intense.
insane.
Y'all better move. Yeah, man. What else we got? What are we talking? Carter 5, kind of reviewed it.
Do you know about that Sheik West album?
Which one?
Sheik West.
What is? I don't even know what that is. Is it that's
Bible like y'all nigga mo. Yeah, he's actually kind of dope.
Oh, nice. I'll check that out.
Yeah. Mud Boy just came out.
Sweet.
I think it's called Mud Boy.
Yeah, we were listening to that Dave East and South P, man. Oh man, Ghostface Killer. We gotta listen to that after this podcast is over. Yeah. Oh, dude. I want to listen to this right now. He's got a fucking song with Crooked Eye on there. Ghostface Killer and Crooked Eye? That sounds insane.
Ghostface Killer and Crooked? What?
That's I'm telling you, stop reading your goddamn article.
I'm sorry. I got to keep track of these things today. I apologize. I got a lot of shit going on. Sorry. Back to the podcast. It's live. We only got one person in the fucking chat. So, what up, Dan?
What do you expect?
Hey, speaking of Dan, we need to get him on the show. He brews his own beer. Not only that dude is the dude who played trumpet on my fucking song.
Nice.
On Be Careful, Be Safe. Yeah.
I like that. The last track on E-Man's album is like a live.
That was Dan. That trumpet. That was Dan with that trumpet right there.
Yep, that's nice. I like that.
Shout out to Dan. You need to get on the show. Give me some beer.
I understand why not. Joe Budden's always like getting sweaty as shit on his podcast because it gets hot with the lights pointing on you and shit.
We only got one light right now.
I know. But it's still hot. I'm also kind of an animated talker, so that happens. I feel like I don't even want to be wearing this freaking sweatshirt right now. I shouldn't even represent these bum-ass losers.
Forward down the field.
That guy's got the easiest job because he doesn't even have to sing ever because they never score any fucking touchdowns. Lions are so trash, man. I can't.
I'm a Jets fan, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, you don't even care.
I care.
How you gonna beat New England and then lose to the Cowboys?
No, we didn't lose to the Cowboys. Oh no. We lost.
We lost.
You lost to the Cowboys. We lost to the fucking Browns, which is awful.
You guys lost that game?
You remember? Yeah, I threw my jersey over there.
Oh,
that was on the podcast. That was on the podcast. I was keeping track of that game. Like, if you want to go back to the YouTube video from the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, I fucking was wearing a Jets jersey, right? And I was keeping tabs on that Browns game. Mind you, the Browns haven't won since fucking Johnny Manziel was a quarterback.
Yeah.
So
he's playing the Canadian Football League, you know that?
Who's shitting the bed in the Canadian Football League.
No, he's not. Is he really?
He threw like 4 picks in the first half, the first game.
That's crazy.
But Sappers actually don't mind Johnny Manziel, but whatever. Anyway, so I threw my fucking Jets jersey off. I was pissed off because
they won on Thursday, by the way. Let's see.
I don't know, dude. Yesterday was crazy.
Check them scores.
It was the Patriots and the Colts.
Patriots Colts.
Was it Patriots Colts?
New England fucking blew them out. 38-24.
It's not really a blowout, but yeah, that's a big win.
That's a 2-touchdown win.
2 touchdowns, not a blowout.
Kind of a blowout.
Blowouts are like, I would say 3 and up. 3 scores and up are blowouts.
Plus, they still put 24 points on the board.
Yeah, then when you put up, I mean, if it was like maybe like 7 or 14 to 38, that's a blowout.
Blows my mind. When you see a fucking shutout in football, you're like, how is that even possible? How did they not even get down the field to score a freaking field goal?
Yeah, I mean, because you like average kicker can kick like 40, 50.
Dude, the kickers are that's the best members of our team always. Jason Hansen,
Matt Prater.
Although he missed an easy one earlier this
year. Matt Prater gets a pass. He's still got the longest field goal in the
Looks exactly
league.
like Nick Swartzen. It's fucking hilarious.
Yes, he does. Shout out to Matt Prater or Nick Swartzen.
Nick Swartzen always he'll post like pictures of Matt Prater and be like, "Give me my face back." I kind of call him Fat Prater because he got that chubby in the face.
I can see that. I can see that.
I used to have a chubby in the face back before I lost a bunch of weight.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out about taking care of yourself.
Hell yeah.
Everyone, I suggest doing it. Everything in life becomes easier when
I get on
you
that.
start taking care of yourself. That's a lot to do with my job too. Running around a giant warehouse all day. Yeah, I kind of wanted Indiana to win that because all my cousins are from Indy, so that's my number 2 team is the Colts. Yeah, so on a couple podcasts ago, we were talking about we're kind of like digging into or talking about having like a little bit of a music appreciation thing going on here, and we talked about like the start of hip hop, how it was like more about the DJs and the MC was there to hype up the.
Did you see this the fucking Quincy Jones documentary they have on Netflix?
Oh my god! Yeah,
so
let me finish this point real quick, and then we'll get into
because there's a whole thing on that. There's a whole thing on that, and continue your point though.
So we talked about how it was more about like the DJs as opposed to the MC. That MC was there to hype up the DJ and kind of like rock for him. And then I think like the first actual MC that they talked about was Coke the Rock, and he was for Cool Herc. But he was more of like, come on, everybody get down, like just kind of hyping up the DJ. And then you kind of started having like lyrical guys like Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and like guys where they like flipped the whole script where it was all of a sudden now hip hop.
It's about it's about the wordsmith.
We're listening to these mans like these guys got some shit to say. And so I think that was kind of like I just want to like touch on different like things about like hip hop and like how it came around because I think that shit is super interesting to me. Like I'm such a nerd about the shit, so I like to like watch all the documentaries and read as much shit as I can about it. But like I think Rakim has got to be probably the best MC. Well,
I think the
Rakim.
Rakim was the first one to flip jazz into like a actual hip hop form.
Yep, and then like
that's
which
why
that ushered in like Tribe Called Quest, which is like my.
I will always respect Rakim for that. That was
a
fucking genius idea.
Eric B. and Rakim, bro. I was just listening to Paid in Full the other day. Actually, I watched Paid in Full, the movie, for the first time the other day. For the first time, I saw it the other day. Straight up.
Everybody eats pee. I fucking love Paid in Full.
It's a great movie.
And when I get out, I'ma still be king.
No, but you were talking about Quincy, so let's go back into that.
Man, okay, so
that shit made me cry.
The part with
it made me cry.
The part with him and Kendrick Lamar
was awesome.
When they were talking about like the actual birth of hip hop.
That was the first time I've ever seen Kendrick Lamar look nervous before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would too, to be honest. I was
Kendrick. You're talking to Quincy Jones, probably literally the world's greatest music producer of all fucking time, in my opinion. Like the shit that he's done is insanity. The list of friends that he works with all the time, like Herbie Hancock, like he was like an instrumental part of Frank Sinatra's band, oh man, that part made me cry when he was talking about how much Frank Sinatra did for black folks in Las Vegas, because they said like when Frank Sinatra was really like popping and like becoming a thing in Vegas, it was like unheard of for black people to walk around in like the casinos and stuff, and because it was all run by mob territory and like that just wasn't a thing. Like black people, like the musicians that would play in their clubs, they had to live on a separate part of town. And Frank Sinatra went to the guys that runs the casino, and they're like, well, if you want to separate them, then you don't need me either.
Yeah.
And that's when everything changed, and they started letting black people in the clubs.
Shout out to Frank Sinatra and young Sinatra.
Yeah. It was crazy watching how much like admiration Quincy Jones had for Frank Sinatra in this documentary.
It was crazy. Like
that shit made me cry.
I just started. I watched it for the first time a couple days ago, and it was
so
like,
good.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones. When you watch a documentary about
how he found Will Smith,
it's crazy. Like,
Or Oprah.
Oprah, yeah, he found fucking Oprah, dude. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Or who else was he? Like, who was he super sad? What was that? It was sad to watch him at the end. Being like 82 years old, talking about like all of his musician buddies that are dying.
He was in the hospital
like
for fucking drinking wine. He was in the hospital for drinking wine.
Well, I don't think it was like necessarily alcoholism, but he's like he's a diabetic and he was drinking a lot of booze.
Yeah, which alcohol? I mean, obviously wine has a lot of sugar and shit in it, so that's gonna do something to you if you're diabetic.
And shout out to Rashida Jones too, his daughter, who is the one that directed
Perkins.
Yep, Ann Perkins. Yeah, she directed that film and like she did a really really good job. It was really touching. It's weird though. I was just gonna say like when you always like everyone knows that Quincy Jones is iconic, right? You know that Michael Jackson, the Beatles, these guys are iconic. Right. But it's not until you watch a documentary that you like it gets broken down. Like, damn, they did so much.
It doesn't really hit you until then.
It is so much stuff.
I'm trying not to read this article right now, so
it makes me sad. Like, I don't know why. Like, it makes me nervous that he's like not in good health or something. Because why are they putting this documentary out all of a sudden? Like, I hope Quincy's around for longer because he's the motherfucking man.
Before I can meet him.
It's funny too, like that when he did that interview where he kind of was wilding out and like talking shit about everybody in the music industry. Yeah. At first, I was like, damn, this old man's like talking crazy shit, and now I'm just like, you know what? You're Quincy Jones. You can say whatever the hell you want to say, bro. Fuck it.
He was talking about his mom and all that, and his upbringing, and it was just fucking.
His upbringing was crazy, man. Like his mom was like.
Rough.
His mom. Well, I don't want to give away too much of it. Go watch it. Just watch. It's called Quincy. Go watch it on Netflix. It's really, really good. It's like a 2-hour. Honestly, that could have been like a 10-part series, and I would have watched.
They could have did it like
a 2-hour documentary.
They could have did it like they did. What was the one Dre documentary and Dre and Jimmy Iovine?
Oh, the Defiant one.
Defiant ones. They could do it like that.
Yeah,
if they would have wanted to.
For sure. Or even like Rapture was like a 6-part little
Rapture was
mini docuseries.
I fucking love Rapture.
Rapture was amazing.
Like I literally watched Rapture.
Or
all the
even
time
the Hip Hop Evolution one that I think I talked
Hip
about.
Hop Evolution was cool too.
That has like 10 episodes or something. Each one follows like a different. Kind of goes through all like. I think it starts with like the Bronx and the East Coast shit, and then it goes into like the West Coast where you had like Egyptian Lover, Dr. Dre, like that shit going on, Ice-T, all that shit going on. I don't know. It's fascinating shit to me. But who was the one? Oh yeah, fucking. He produced Off the Wall, Quincy Jones.
Yeah,
that album is so good. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall.
Yep. Yes, he did.
I was by my record crate right now. I pull it out, but I have it on vinyl upstairs. It's my shit.
What?
Living Off the Wall.
I was about to check out. Shit. Is there any other? Oh, Big Mouth season 2. Fuck yes.
Oh, the show. Oh,
Big Mouth season 2.
Now?
I watched the first episode last night after I left fucking Pizza Place.
Netflix is just pumping them out, bro.
I fucking shout out to Nick Kroll, man. I fucking love Big Mouth so much.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, I need to start getting it. You've been telling me about it, and I still haven't watched it. But I'm going to.
Is Mozzie? Oh, you know, I just realized Mozzie has an album out. That was the dude that was on.
He's on the.
He was on Linkin Park's album.
Linkin Park's album.
Like the last Linkin Park album. Oh no, he wasn't on the album. I take that back. He was on like the live version. They brought him in like when they did that live album that just came out, or not just came out, but it came out like. Hold on, I got it right here. I got it saved on my fucking shit.
Mozzie was on.
One More Light Live. So Mozzie was actually on Mozzie's on this album, bro.
He's on the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah, but no, he's British, right?
I don't know.
I think he's British.
Probably.
No, but yeah, he was on that. He was on that soundtrack with Linkin Park, which was fucking sick. So shout out to Mozzie for putting out the album. We'll check it out later today, probably.
Dude, there's so much stuff I gotta check out today. Like you can stuff outside.
Mozzie's probably one of the only British rappers I can get behind because I really don't like British rappers that much. I'm sorry, but yeah,
it's definitely something to get used to.
It's different.
Like I don't know. There's some of them I like. But it's something you gotta get used to.
Like, I think the last one was like Lady Sovereign. Back in the day, it was supposed to be like the female Eminem.
Really?
Yeah, they pegged like MTV. This was like back when like 15 years, like 10, 15 years ago. When Lady Sovereign came out, they was like, yeah, she's like the female Eminem. And she only had like an album, maybe not even an album, maybe like a single, and it was good, and then kind of disappeared.
I don't even remember her. Kevin Gates has that.
I think that's just the easy
like,
comparison, though. I don't think she was like Eminem quality, but she was decent.
Interesting. Man, I wonder when they're gonna just drop this whole Anderson .Paak album.
System of a Down is on their possible last tour.
On a comedy level, so I'm hip hop and comedy is like my two favorite things.
Right.
And Joe Rogan just put out a new stand-up special on Netflix.
Man, I gotta check it out. I fucking love Joe Rogan.
Bro. It's a lot of like male-female topical things where he's like doing a lot of comparisons between dudes and women, and it is super duper funny. He like Joe Rogan will like I don't know. He's like an introspective way of describing something where you're like, that makes so much more sense. Like, but he'll do it in a hilarious way. Like, and I'm a fan of his podcast even more so than like his stand-up. But this stand-up special was really good. I thought it was really fucking funny. And they're in like this, him and like Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura and Ari Shaffir, all these comedians that hang out with each other. They're doing this Sober October thing right now where they can't, no weed, no beer for the whole entire month of October.
That sounds horrible.
They did it last year.
I'm kidding.
They did it last year too with a loser, whoever like I forget how they do, but they have like a fitness thing that you got to do too. And the person that does the least amount of exercise throughout the month has to buy like a extravagant trip for the rest of them. I think last year they had to pay for like Super Bowl tickets, and they all went to the Super Bowl and shit. Like, it was crazy, man.
Bruh. I ain't paid for no damn Super Bowl tickets.
They were talking about the prize this year possibly being like the loser has to buy them all tickets to go see the Pacquiao Mayweather fight.
This round two?
The round two.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, isn't there there was a UFC fight last night, right? Or was it
it's tonight?
Is it tonight?
It's tonight. McGregor, I think, is fighting tonight.
Oh yeah, it's Conor McGregor and somebody.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Bro, Michael Rappaport does this thing where he does like this voice disguise.
I
thing.
love that man so much. So Michael Rappaport, can we please hang out soon?
Oh man, he does this thing where you know like the filters on like Facebook and Snapchat, like it's the one that makes your face look all fat. Yeah. He does like Conor McGregor's Irish father, and he'll like, oh god, it's fucking hysterical, dude.
I was listening to his podcast for you because I finally listened to Rappaport. Yeah, I finally listened to that podcast just at the gym recently.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, that dude's fucking great.
Like, I love when he posts like videos of himself like fucking dancing to like old school hip hop and shit. He's so hilarious. He's like, my old 47-year-old white bones. He's like, I can't get down like I used to.
Wasn't Michael Rappaport in Next Friday?
Yeah.
He was the fucking mailman. I want you to do a 187 in my ass.
Like, dude, what, you want to ball players or something? A rapper or something? Let's get this house. Fuck you. He goes, yeah, I play for the Cucamonga Cracker Killers.
Cucamonga Cracker. I forgot about the Cucamonga Cracker Killers. Oh, man, I love that movie.
That movie's so funny. They're supposed to, like, it's been in the works for a while. There's supposedly got, like, a Friday coming out with everybody. Like, Mike Epps, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, like, the whole shebang. But I don't know if that's going to happen now because fucking Cat Williams and Mike Epps are not – they all hate each other, actually, now that I've mentioned it. Yeah. Mike Epps and – Cat Williams always get into shit. No, Epps and Kevin Hart do.
Kevin Hart and Cat Williams are getting into shit now too. So
I think a lot of people just don't like Mike Epps.
And then
Cat
Williams.
Kevin Hart. Like I've heard this from like a few different things. Like they said that he's gotten so like fucking Hollywood that he like.
I can see that.
Yeah, he's not.
I could easily see that. I mean, like hang out with The Rock and shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's
the hottest fucking comedian out right now.
I think he's the highest paid comedian, next to Jerry Seinfeld, I think. Which is nuts. Like Seinfeld should be tearing that shit up just from syndications alone from Seinfeld. And he's got that Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee on Netflix, which is hilarious. Tell these people about your album for a minute while I go pee.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm just still reading the fucking thing Laurie Stratton wrote. So like, I'm like, this is fucking sick, man. Tell them what it's all about. So the title name, Be Careful, Be Safe, how it comes about is when I left the house, like back in like high school through maybe early adult years, when I was doing like sports shit or doing my own, like, when I was early in my music career or when I was even going out hang out with friends and stuff like that, my mom would always come to me and say, you know what? Hey, be careful, be safe, make smart decisions. And that's kind of how that came about, like with Be Careful, Be Safe. the original title track, and you can actually read the article. I'll post it probably after this podcast is done. But Lori Strand, she goes up. Oh, what did it come? No, I'm sorry. She asked me like, what was that the original name for it, and I was like, the original name was supposed to be Green Balloons. And if you see like any of my Facebook shit, you know, I had these like green balloons on there. And green balloons, what it represents is how greed and envy inflates an ego in a person, like a fucking balloon. And, you know, green is the symbolism for greed. So I wanted to symbolize that. And then another thing, aspect to it is how it actually can deflate an ego when you compare yourself to other people who, you know, think they're doing good in life and they're not really doing that great. Like, I mean, if, like, for instance, I compare myself to, like, you know, like one of the bigger fucking acts in the world, it fucking deflates my ego, even though that shit is not that it appears to be. So, I mean, that's kind of how Green Balloons comes into play with that. Yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a concept album. Might as well just fucking, yeah, listen to it.
I'm definitely going to spend some more time with it. I'm excited to hear it some more now that it's finally out. And I have it right here in the palm of my hand. It's so crazy that like all this music is just in the palm of your hand.
I know, right? You don't have to get CDs and shit anymore. I remember I used to have like a bulky fucking case for CDs.
You remember driving around like how many accidents I almost got in trying to flip through that big ass fucking CD, boy? Yeah, that's a no more thing. I actually still have a 6 CD changer in my car though.
Do you really?
Yep.
Nice.
Because my car is like a Milan from like 07 or 08 or something. And so it still has a CD player in it.
That's pretty tight.
I'm not ready to part with all that stuff. Like everyone's like, cars don't come with the CD player anymore. Like MacBooks don't have like.
Duh! Don't even tell me about the MacBook situation.
I have the last version of the MacBook right here with the CD drive in it.
Yeah, I got the newest one where it doesn't have any of that shit, and honestly, it's dope. I love it, but it's a pain in the ass when I try to.
Well, they make them like so small and skinny now. Like yours, you got to buy like all these different attachments to fucking plug in.
All these fucking
other
stuff,
crazy, like crazy shit. Apple, quit fucking.
Apple, get your shit together, okay?
Quit making people buy.
This is why I'm still rocking Android, because it's simple. So I'm a basic bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they got me hooked. They got us all hooked because we got the iPhones and it's easy to use Apple Music. I pay for Apple Music and Tidal. But
I only rock Tidal. Tidal fucking the shit. Shout out to Hove.
I use Tidal more. All my playlists are on Apple because I had it longer, so I use that for like my playlist. But I definitely listen to music on Tidal now too. I feel better about supporting Jay-Z anyways. He's giving me a lot of sweet ass music over the years.
Yes, he has.
I think there's a lot of other musicians.
A lot of classics.
Tidal too.
I think we got everything covered for the most part.
I'm thinking so. But actually, you know what? I wanted to pull up my.
We got about an hour on both of these.
Before we wrap, I wanted to pull up because there was a couple things I remember that I had jotted down last week that I didn't get to because we had guests and everything. Let's see here. What was the stuff?
Oh, all right. Right back in the bathroom.
Oh, I want to shout out Illingsworth. I think I might have on the last podcast, but if I didn't, let's do it again. Illingsworth is a Detroit artist who's a hip-hop producer and an MC, and he just dropped an album last week on Mellow Music Group called You're No Fun. Now that I'm talking about it, I think I remember plugging it last week, but I would really suggest checking that out. He's got some great instrumental tracks. He's got some tracks with him rapping on it. Like, he's the type of rapper that's like, when he just like, it sounds like effortless, almost like an Earl Sweatshirt. Like, it almost sounds like sort of like it doesn't sound like they're even trying hard, but like their rhymes are so good at the same time. Like it's crazy. I don't know. It's got that effortless, chill, melodic flow to him. And I don't know. I really like it. So yeah, that one. Earl Sweatshirt said that he's got new music coming out. Odyssey and Evidence are coming to town on the 25th.